In a small sun-drenched village nestled in the heart of Africa, a girl named Adana lived a life painted with the vibrant colors of tradition and the quiet hum of ambition. From a young age, her mind was a whirlwind of questions. While other children played under the baobab tree, Adana was sketching strange contraptions in the dirt, wondering how she could capture the relentless sun and turn it into light for their homes after dusk. Her brilliance was undeniable, a flame too bright to be hidden. It wasn't long before her hard work paid off, earning her a full scholarship to study engineering at a prestigious university across the ocean. She promised to return, to bring back the knowledge of the world and share it with her people. Years passed. Adana excelled in her studies, her mind absorbing complex theories of thermodynamics and electrical grids. She learned about sustainable energy, about solar panels and wind turbines, and her childhood dream of lighting up her village began to take shape. No longer a sketch in the dirt, but a blueprint in her hands. When she finally returned, her hair was a little different, her gaze more confident, but her heart was still rooted in the red earth of her home. She explained to her family, "My dream is bigger than a home for one. It's a dream of light for all." Her family was devastated, confused. The community whispered. They called her selfish, ungrateful, a woman who had forgotten her roots. The rejection of the suitor was just the beginning. Adana, with the small savings she had and an unshakable belief in her vision, started a small workshop. She hired a few young, curious villagers who saw the spark in her eyes. Together, they began assembling solar panels from scratch. The work was grueling. They faced skepticism, a lack of resources, and the constant hum of disapproval. People would walk by her workshop and shake their heads. "A woman's place is in the kitchen, not building strange mirrors," they'd say. But Adana persisted. She remembered the words of her professor abroad. Innovation is born from friction. Every doubt, every sneer, became fuel for her determination. She worked from dawn until long after the village was cloaked in darkness. Her only light, the single solar-powered bulb she had rigged in her workshop. It was a beacon of what was to come. Slowly, painstakingly, they built enough panels to power a single home, the home of an elderly woman who had always encouraged her. The moment Adana flipped the switch, and a bright, steady light flooded the small hut, a gasp rippled through the onlookers. For the first time, they saw not just a rebellious girl, but a visionary. One home became 2, then 10. Soon, she had enough funding from a small impact investor who heard of her work to officially launch her company, Afrilight Solar. The name was a promise. Adana's team grew. She was no longer just an engineer. She was a leader, a teacher, an employer. She trained other women, giving them skills, purpose, and a paycheck. Her company began installing solar grids, not just for homes, but for the village school, allowing children to study in the evenings. They powered the local clinic, enabling doctors to perform emergency procedures at night. Adana was not just bringing light. She was bringing life, opportunity, and safety. She had become the first woman in her entire region to power an entire community. The same people who had once scorned her now called her Mama Nuru, Mother of Light. "I am proud of my heritage," she began, her voice steady and clear. "But I must speak a truth that has been sitting in my heart. Our worth is inherent, infinite, and ours alone." A stunned silence fell over the hall. followed by an uproar. People from all over the continent and the world weighed in. Was the bride price a cherished tradition that honors family, or an outdated practice that commodifies women? Was Adana a cultural traitor, or a feminist icon paving the way for self? The backlash in her own community was severe. Some families who had embraced her solar power now saw her as a threat to their way of life. But then, something remarkable happened. Quietly at first, then more boldly. They didn't necessarily reject tradition wholesale, but they started asking questions. They started conversations in their homes, in the markets, and online. They talked about choice, about partnership, about respect. Adana had not just powered a community with electricity, she had empowered it with a new conversation. What do you think? Was she a hero or a heretic? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Her story is a testament to the power of a single individual to challenge the status quo and inspire change. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires.